Hi guys, I thought I'd show you in natural lighting what colour my hair is, and let's see if hopefully this adds a bit of contrast. It does actually. There we go. I am dark blonde. And the reason I know this is because I watch my favourite YouTuber, Beauty 101 by Lisa, and she had her hair foilaged and they made her a dark blonde, and it was the exact same colour as my hair. I've had loads of compliments about my hair, the way lovely it is styled and the way roughly it's been cut. It looks so much better, so much natural as well. Oh, I'm in love. Now for anyone that's curious, I do have natural curly hair. I do not use sulfates, silicones, any parabens. Basically I don't really use any bad stuff. I only use now and then the Apogee 2-step protein treatment. I will have to have another session of highlights to fix, because my hair was a solid blonde, roughly with a harsh line in that part. You will have to go back in and fix the ones that you did not do, because you can only do so many highlights and so many lowlights on a full head of thick coarse hair like mine. I have not washed my hair, I have not styled my hair. 1 second, I'll be right back. Yeah, we're still recording. I got a new phone, by the way, so it needs to fit me out. But I am dark blonde now, and the way he styled, even parted my hair, it looks better and more formed. I do not use sulfates and silicones, any harsh ingredients. This heat protector, always use a heat protector if you're going to straighten your hair, and make sure you put moisture in your hair, in any kind of hair, in any kind of hair. But with thick coarse hair like mine, we need extra moisture, so that's a heat protector. This does moisturise your hair, contains no silicones, no parabens, no sulfates, whatever. Now I recently discovered this. This is a leave-in conditioner. It smells amazing. Do not put too much of this on because it will weigh down your hair. This is my latest thing I love. It smells amazing. And it leaves your hair like silk. I also use wooden brushes. My favourite brushes and comb to use is by the brand Tech. I got my light blonde hair in this, and I've got to wash this brush. Sorry, I'm just getting all the hairs. But these are by the brand Tech. I have the pink one, which I'm currently using because this one needs to be in the wash. This has the long pins, which is good for thick coarse hair. I also use their comb in the shower, their wooden comb, my tooth comb. But this has the baseball pins. and wooden brushes and combs is so much better for your hair. And I'm now going to talk about what he did to my hair. Can you just see how so much natural and softer my hair looks? It looks amazing, and when he does the next treatment it will be even better. What I had done was a cut, a blow dry, a straighten, and he's done the cut. He asked me how much I wanted off. I did not know. All I knew was that I didn't want it to be a harsh contrast with my hair, because as most of you know, I had hair down to heel and the sides were where they are today. And he says to me, he says he thinks it would be better if we cut it into a bob. And here we are. And he did definitely cut it into a bob, lovely, and he says, do you trust me to do what I need to do? And I says, yes. Straight away, the sides and a bit at the bottom was cut to even it out. That was it. It only touched the back, and right here at this top bit he used thinning scissors just right there, and then he did, I think it was about these two pieces here, he thinned those out just at the ends, just so it looks more uniform at the back and less harsh. And this is the result. But I had that roughly my cut, straight and blow dry. I had Olaplex applied to my treatment to my light brown colour, which is the same as my natural roots. I had Olaplex in that one, and I had Olaplex in my bleach, because I am a medium blonde. I was already a blonde. I think I was about 11.9 and that lot. And I was going more natural, as you guys can see, and it looks a lot better. I love it. Couldn't be happier. But I was having that. I was having a full head of highlights, but I was having half highlights, half lowlights. And when I go in for my next treatment, roughly, I'm having the same done again. And what else did I have? That was mainly it, but thing is, what he did for every 2 highlights, he added a low light. And he told me, he says, unfortunately, he says, because your hair's quite thick, because when I went there and that, and he seen my hair in its natural state, he says, God, your hair's thick, isn't it? Now he says, right, he says, it okay if I straighten your hair? He says, so it basically doesn't look chunky, and he says you'll get better results that way. I says, go ahead. And what he did, for every 2 highlights, he did roughly a highlight in a foil. He added a low light, so roughly I have a few in my hair, but when we do the next treatment, the pieces that he missed, I believe that's how it goes, because a lot of my hair has been highlighted. He is going to be doing the same again, 2 highlights, a low light, and that lot, so it's going to look even more natural. And I've got to wait a couple of weeks to see if I need my toner bumped up. But he straightened my hair, and he started doing the process straight away. Roughly, he started, like weaving in and out. And we took our time, roughly. I told him, I said, I'd much rather have a hairdresser take the time so my hair doesn't get damaged, because I've had that years ago. That's why I never went to a hairdresser, because my hair got so badly damaged. But he knew, like he says he'd rather go slow so that you get good results. And he told me, he says, I don't know how porous your hair is. He says, because for one, I'm doing this for the first time. He says, and because you've got a lot of regrowth, and we're taking you from a solid blonde to a highlighted blonde, basically a more natural blonde and softer blonde. And that he says, we'll have to do one more treatment at the latest to help break it up. And he says to me next time, he says what we'll do, we'll add a cut into it and that lot like we have now. He says because my hair grows dead fast. In fact, he couldn't believe how fast my hair grew. Last time he cut it to, I think it was about there, but my hair grew back down to here. A good inch and a half. I don't know how much my hair grew, but it has grown. And the sides, lucky enough, he was able to keep the sides long because they grew a lot since having my hair cut last time. And he told me, he says, once he did that, he says, what we're going to do, he says, I'm going to shampoo your hair, let it all develop for 45 minutes. And he says, depending on the level of lift, if you lifted perfectly, he says, that means your hair's not really that porous, roughly it's in good condition. He says, but I know your hair's in very good condition. And when roughly I was on my phone and that lot, it came over, man, I think in less time roughly than the development time, I lifted quite fast, I did. And he says to me, he says, oh, he says, we can take the foils off. He says, you've lifted perfect. And he says to me, he says, what we'll do, we'll shampoo your hair just once. He says, and then we'll apply the toner. He says, and then I'll do your Olaplex treatment. And when he was applying the toner, roughly he left me for a while on that, while it developed. And he says to me, he says, your hair is going to be in such good condition. He says, not that it already isn't. He says, because I know you've got a good hair care routine. But he told me, he says, Olaplex will help. And that lot, and he says, because it contains a bit of protein, roughly to help repair your hair. And that, and I says, well, hopefully I don't have any split ends, or not many split ends. I didn't really have any split ends, which is good. But when he applied the Olaplex, literally what he did, he put it, you know, at the mid-length strands, and then he started massaging it into my scalp, and the massage was so lovely. And then when he rinsed it out, he told me, he says, your hair feels so good. And he got his chair out and when I seen my hair for the first time, obviously if it was dark, I was like, oh, this is a bit dark. And but I knew my hair was wet. Hair always appears darker when it's wet. And he says to me, he says, right, he says, we know what we want to do, we want to cut it into a bob. He says, but do you trust me to do what I need to do? And I says, yes. He says, we're going to keep it long. He says, because I know you want to grow your hair. And I says, yes. And we were going into details, roughly, and that lot, because he was telling me about a client he had, roughly, that unfortunately he was telling him to kill himself because he's gay. Roughly, strong Christian believer. I've got nothing about Christians, but that's just rude. He was telling him to kill himself, or he's going to burn in hell, and to get the scissors and just slice his throat. Wrong as hell. And we were talking about, you know, the hate we were receiving, that long, not really connecting together, which I really liked. And he cut my hair with it, and I says to him, I says, that feels so lighter. I says, and I can tell roughly it's going to look really good. And when he was blow drying it still looked a little bit dark, and then when he straightened it, the whole look just came together. And this is my second. I had it done yesterday, and this is the next day, and it still looks amazing. I told him I do not really like hairspray, but I don't mind getting it done at the hairdressers. But the thing is, he told me, he says next time, he says when you have your hair highlighted and that lot, because we're going to be filling in roughly, you know, bits that need filling in with highlights and lowlights. He says, but what we'll do, he says next time you come in, which is on the 3rd of October, because my hair grows pretty fast, he'll cut my hair just at the back and to keep my hair this length, so that these bits and like these front bits, because they have grown quite a bit, have time to catch up, and my hair is going to be staying short like this for a while, until all of my layers, like these short pieces, come down to here. So it's going to take a while, but me and him are going to work on it, and my hair is amazing. When I got home, my mum didn't like it, my older younger sister didn't like it, but I love it. I didn't think I'd go for kind of like, I wanted to go natural, but obviously there was two toners. There was like a nice warm blonde, but natural, and then there was this one, and I can tell this is a dark blonde, but he told me, he said when he put it to my head, roughly both of them, he said this is the one I want to do your basically put on your head. He says it's the warm one, more natural blonde, and then when he grabbed the other one, which was I believe the dark blonde, he went, you'd look really nice with this colour, and that I said it will go with your skin tone, and this will look more natural and more better. And and I think instead of doing the one he wanted, he decided, you know what, we're going all the way with that, and I trusted him, and this is the results, and I'm so happy. Like I told him, like he knows I have trust issues when it comes to hairdressers. Finding the right hairdresser is most important to me, and I have found my hairdresser. The thing is, roughly, once he blow dried it and that lot, I had loads of compliments roughly from, and that lot. Next time I go, I'm getting the step 3 treatment to take home with me to finish my hair. But I told my sister as soon as I got home, you need Olaplex. My hair, even though I take good care of it, it feels amazing. And I've also done research. Step 3 does not have step 3 1 and 2 does not contain any silicones. So we're alright on that one, apparently. But when I was going to Tesco's, once I had my appointment, I rebooked, and I told him, I says, if I start to notice my toner basically diluting down, then I'll come in for like a wash, a blow dry and a straighten, and we'll just go from there. But I'm going to try and put it on it as long as I can, but the thing is, we'll see. But when I was going to Tesco's, roughly, I could hear people talking, roughly, saying that my hair looked very nice, the shape of it, the colour of it, and people were saying it suits me, even though roughly I was wearing a mask. I was wearing this one because I tend to wear this one when I'm in the salon, roughly, because it's the one that it makes me breathe more better. But this is my usual face mask. Please forgive the lines on it. My nephew thought it was fun to put a pen on my face mask, so those stains are never coming out because that's pen. But I popped into Tesco's for a few bits, and including some in-ear headphones, but they're not that good quality, but they'll do. But we've decided on what we're doing next. We're doing the same again, highlights, lowlights, Olaplex treatment. I'll be taking the step 3 system home, and and we're going to do a cut off it, but we're taking, you know, just keeping the back as it is, not touching the sides, not touching the top, not doing anything, only to the back, and just to make sure the side measures up. That's all we're doing at this very moment in time. Then most probably after that one I will need to basically cut these bits. But like he says he wants my hair to basically start catching up, and that's my goal, is to now get these side bits and this bit and all my hair right here at the top to match up and start coming together, and we're gonna get there. And he told me, keep doing the hair care routine you are doing, because it is a good hair care routine. He says to me, he says your hair's in good condition, he says it's not the world's best condition, he says but it's good. He says, and you've really got a good hair routine. He says you do take good care of your hair, which I do. I don't put heat on my hair that often. I keep my hair mostly in its natural state. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for Tuesday. As Tuesday is me getting my first testosterone blocker. But this is my new colour. I am dark blonde and all natural. Bye.